Okay, should be okay now. Okay, check 1, 2. I'm gonna hear myself. Okay. Yep, check 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we just had to look at Valles games. Ole Pauls also coming through. Looks like he won a lot of material quite early. Advanced French, knight b2, hangs the pawn on d4, which you can just take it. But bishop d7, very cautious. Now you can take it. He was maybe worried about the queen check on a4, but you can bring the knight back, so you didn't have to worry about that. Take the knight, correct, bishop b5. Well done, excellent chess. Exactly what I would have done, and black is just up the exchange for very little compensation, and Ole takes. Now back rank issues, followed by rook a1, that's what I would play. Just pick up this pawn. Oops. And that's, yeah, pretty much what happened. Attacking e5, taking it, and now going for the a pawn, which will queen. So an effortless win by Ole Pauls, who has been following. I've seen him on the Puffins stream and some other streams, so he's clearly picking up some good chess tips. So maybe, should we try the music again? Was that what brought us down? The mic seems okay still. Let's lower the music. Okay, I should actually configure Nightbot because we're actually playing in the Pro Chess League now. La 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 la. Yeah, we'll disable this one and add. Okay, we'll have this every 5 minutes and 4 lines, 3 lines. Fair enough. Okay, unfortunately we lost 5.5, 1.5, pretty good. We have Gummis game up while we're doing stuff, Gummi with black. Whoa, a lot of light pieces for the queen. Queen and a pawn for 4. How did this happen? We have to see this. We just have to see this. Some kind of knight takes b2. Queen takes, knight a4. He took it. Bishop takes, knight takes. So this is 3 pieces for the queen. So it looks like along the way, did Gummi lose a piece or did I miss something? Bishop b2. Bishop b2, queen goes back. Yeah, this is too much. That's 4 pieces. 4 pieces for the queen. Okay, so that's a lost game. So we have 5.5, 1.5 still, but looks like I think our advantage on the lower boards is going to be pretty substantial. It's 8-3 now. Gold Dust Story. She's a big time streamer. She lost against Jay Pesky. I wonder if she's streaming. Knight e5, knight g4 probably now. No, then there's some type of knight c6 maybe. So white has a threat now, knight c6, picking up this. d6, yeah, protects the bishop. And now knight g4 is a strong move. Takes, yeah, going for the attack. Very aggressive game. And black can castle queenside here. Yeah, some desperation, sensing that, you know, the attack is crashing through. And that's one check, but it's not enough. And looks like a pretty nice game here by Jay Besky. Moves off a piece here and gives mate. So 8-3 now for the Puffins. We like that. So we'll 9-4. We can say 9-5 because this game will be lost. Looks like most of the top boards still going. Yeah, okay. Game already lost. UA after drew against Blizzard. That's fine. How's like a Tupa doing? He has white here. Yeah, okay, it's not much you can do here. Walked into F5, C5, King E5. The idea is Rook takes G4, Rook A5, I presume. Rook A3. Yep. Take the pawn. Are you in time? The king is a little bit cut off. Oh, this is very close. Very close if it's a draw or lost. I think with the king cut off, it can't be a problem. It's completely cut off. He will play King B4 and then A3. But there's a trick. King D5, A3, and takes. That's sort of a typical trick that Black could fall for in time trouble. Play A3 here. Rook C5 just allows the king closer. Okay, Rook C3, good move. Yeah, I think Black is winning here. I think Rook D1 was better and tried to bring the king, but I think this is just lost with the king cut off like this, so tough. So that means that Baden will pull one back. What's going on with Angelic Dragon? That game is winning for Angelic Dragon. He's black. Yeah, I was trying to figure out who's what here. Pawn or queen, so a win for Angelic Dragon. Excellent news for the Puffins. And we have an updated standing 11-4. Yeah, we have Angelic Dragon in now with the win. Very good. 11-4 now. Looking quite good. What was the magic number? 16.5? 16 boards, right? So we need 16.5. How is Noblestone doing? 12-5. Proctor, we have to look at Proctor. He's in the chat. He had the white pieces. Fianchettos. Goes for a very... This is kind of a bullet setup. Knight E2. Everything, on the third rank, very solid. Queen E2 at some stage and push E4 is what I usually do. He pushes D4, okay. It's actually flexible. So white actually has, yeah, it's very hard to penetrate the white position. I mean, black is set up for this, but we have two pieces covering it. So this is sort of a very annoying line for black to face if he doesn't know what to do. Okay, the knight is heading to C5. We can double on the E file. I think white is already considerably better here. Now we can target the E6 pawn, which he seems to be doing with bishop H3. King F7, Rook E2. Yeah, knight E1. I would have gone for this maneuver, for the knight on C5. So opening the position, and yeah, here black just cracks and gives up the exchange. And that's enough material for a win here. Now we get a pawn, queen penetration, and winning the queen. Well done indeed. And well, black plays on longer than it should, so we get a win. Well done by Proctor, the return. And Noblestone. He's been doing quite well with the Puffins. Let's just really quickly run through this game here. The white pieces went for the solid exchange variation. So white is very solid, and black goes for a very dubious. This is very dubious. You get 2 points for the piece, but you don't have enough pieces attacking. It's only the queen. White has a lot of pieces around. You can even get greedy with knight takes f7, and I always like bishop f1 to g2 to shore off the king side. But he goes knight h2, bishop g4, solid. Yeah, f5 is hanging. Had to take with a knight there, but yeah, then we just simplify. So now it's a piece, and let's see. Just retreat the piece. Okay, it goes for the simplification and just up a piece for nothing. So a very solid win by Noblestone. And we're up 12-6, looking quite good. Most of looks like the first round is completely finished, and it's 13.5, 6.5. Many people have finished 2 games. Only Pauls again won both games. Lucky Tupa with 1-1, okay. That's a solid showing on one of the top boards. You got a tough opponent. But did you already finish? Because we just looked at the rook ending. Did you like... Okay, we just had this very recently. Okay, this is just lost and he managed to win. But Lucky Tupa already won the second game. How's that possible? Now I'm curious. I want to immediately retract the moves. Turn it around. So he's black in this one. French defense. I like it. Improved. Takes, c5, queen g4, c takes d4. Tricky line. I used to play it. Yeah, and c takes d4 is not a good move. You have to play queen takes g7 here. Because now queen c7, and this check here is very annoying. And it looks like white just fell for it. And now you take on d7, you just down the rook. So a nice opening trick by Lucky Tupa, takes on e5, and this is just, well, chat queen, queen in 1 check, and queen drops, and more material. Wow, just butchering him in 18 moves. How dare you beat me in that rook ending? I'm gonna show you who's daddy, who's the puffin here, and that is Lucky Tupa. So now it's 14.5, 7.5. Board 1, can Gummi mount the comeback here. He has a bishop pair in this one, rook d8. And black is eyeing this pawn. What was this opening? Yeah, just queen's gambit. So how do we defend? e5, is that a move? Might be, but I'm not sure, to be honest. But how else to defend the pawn, really? Small time match for Gummi, so that's promising. 14.5, 7.5. Yeah. Yeah, this is a nice trick to take on d4. Many people will not know about it. I played it once against Hannes in a classical game. Unfortunately, he had looked at the Neki books and he knew exactly what to do, and I got slaughtered. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I've been sloppy here, DJing something Icelandic. Yeah, there's only one rule, guys. There's only one rule. Let's get the Faroes. Unfeathered Flamingo with 2 wins for the Puffins. Well done, Unfeathered Flamingo. Also known as Proctor of the Return. Let's see your second game. Well, return of Gummi. 16.5, magical number. We already have the match secured. Let's look at it from the Puffin side here. Playing the perch. And we get the pawn on e4 after b4. Knight takes e4. Bishop pair as well. Already looking quite good for the Parkta. Let's see. Yeah, pressure on f7 and he gets the pawn back. But maybe you can play e6 here. e6, you block and you attack this. And then you can save the pawn. At d5. Black is still positionally better here. Bara negla. Það bara ein gattum regla. Negla. Bara negla. Okay, so black has the bishop here. I really love the bishop on g7. Fantastic diagonal. Now we just need to get the bishop and the rook into the game. And we're good to go. Small compensation by white all of a sudden. As he gets this pawn, but let's see. Yeah, okay. Some h4 type of stuff coming up. Bishop d6. Okay, and you get the f2 pawn. Oh, and you hung the rook. That's even better. Yeah, bishop c5, nice. You can take here later, but you know, just first give this threat, and he hung it. So. Grade 2-0 by Proctor the Return. Thank you for showing up to the match. We really needed some backup in this one. It's very vital that we win all of our matches. So now it will be very important that we get something from the knockout matches, and let's see what Gum is doing in this one, because we need him to have some confidence for the knockout matches. So he plays e5, knight e4, knight d2. Tactical move, because if black takes here, he will play knight e4 and then take on d6, and there's no way to break the pin. And we get this knight into d6 or a pawn. So knight c6 develops. So now we can't take with the knight because knight takes e5. Also we can't play f4 now because the rook is protected, so we probably must take with a pawn here. I don't see anything else. But this pawn could become vulnerable. Yeah, this game hinges on if once we take on d6, if the pawn is a strength or a weakness, and that just simply remains to be seen. Turn goodly. Okay, now we need to bring the other rook into the game. In a normal middle game we would castle, but here probably king e2 is the way to go. But white probably needs to be precise here. You might want knight c5 at some stage, no, but not yet. I don't know, it's bishop e3, he doesn't like the bishop being undefended here in case of rook c8. There's also knight a5, maybe you want c4, c5. Do we have time for that? I'm not sure, because there's always knight a5 and f5 pushing this guy and hitting this, so not sure. Det för lilla färger. Okay, meanwhile, the match 17.5, 7.5 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boards left. So 14.5 is the maximum that the Snowballs can get. But we will see this match through. f4. Now we have to be careful about this pawn. Not sure what f4 was all about. f5 is threatened by black. Although we do have knight, well, no, he's trying to take this, so I don't know. So white does have this kind of trump, but black has finished development. All the rooks are out. Well, both. But that's all, so that's correct as well. And you know, he's ready to take, maybe get this square, get the bishop to a nice square. Maybe this bishop c6 now. How do we even react to that? This move felt wrong for some reason. Just bishop c6 now, and I'm really not liking white. Okay. 8.5, 7.5, maybe a 19.9. So who else is scoring nicely for? Let's see. Bashmaknik. He won against Perpetual Patcher. Probably not good to be a Perpetual Patcher. It's better to be an occasional patcher or a temporary patcher, but Perpetual Patcher can be a problem. And here white has just won a pawn. Very dubious placement of the rook. I'm wondering who can just win it. 4, okay. Okay. I would bring the king, like without hesitation, king g3. F5, winning the piece, and black is about to hang mate here after b5. Yeah, well done. The pawn looked scary, but white had a plan in mind. And checkmate. Checkmate, mate. So 19.9. I'm guessing Noblestone finished his second game as well. Rook d5, trapping the knight. Let's see the last few moves here we had. And turning it around for the Puffin side. So we had equal pawns. That's then winning 2 pawns here. Staying solid. Trading off. Yeah. And then we have 96. The rook retreats and rook d5. And all of a sudden, this guy doesn't have a square. It's taken. Domination of the knight. And I win by a noble stone. So now it's 29. What happened at the bishop c6? He did play knight g5. And now taking on g2, rook g1. He didn't want to face an attack, so he played bishop e5. Back to d2. But didn't he take this? I'm not sure. He played h6, and then he took. Okay. So pawn up for black here, and can he just win this rook here? Well, we'll just take this. Should be enough. Don't see why you don't take here. Yeah, I saw the first game, he blundered horribly. But then Apple came back with an 84 move game. Okay, Gummi is struggling this one, also he has no time, so he will lose this one. So let's see how... Wow! Let's go somewhere in the middle game. No, wow, it's a long game. So Lutin was white here, Ruy Lopez was knight g7. d4 is topical. And black allowed a knight, bishop takes f7. Let's see, rook d1. Rook takes d4. If he takes, bishop takes d4 check. If he takes on g5, rook d5. With some, yeah, Very nice attacking chances coming up for white here. Rook d8 to d1. No, we can probably just take, take on d6, even better, yeah. If knight takes, queen takes e5, nice tactic. Knight takes, queen takes e5, and if you take on d3, rook d7 check, as played in the game. And if he takes on b2, there's rook check here. Followed maybe by mate, I'm not sure, but at least winning material. g4, just going for mate. g5 would have been a very funky mate. e5. f5. Ooh, 94. Yeah, and loses the exchange here. Do we have rook f8? We do. Ah, rook f3. Rook f3 would have prevented this check. So that made it a bit longer than it had to be, but still completely winning. So the problem, I think it's generally harder to defend with a knight than a bishop in these types of positions. And the rule of thumb is that it's usually winning. He does have a nice knight though, but white should break through in the end. And it looks like the knight is now stuck to the edge of the board. The king penetrates, you can take on c8 now. Taking on c8 would have mopped up all the pawns. Yeah, that's what happens now. And easy win from here anyway, 2 queens. So a nice bounce back from our uncle in the Faroese Islands. Gummi should have lost by now or what? Yep, he loses. Baden wins. Well, only this game because we are winning the match. It's 20 to 9. Oh, you're under a minute from move 24 to 84. 60 moves with under a minute. Yeah, I can imagine you spent a lot of time on the attack from where you sacked. That makes a lot of sense. 21 and 11. So the match is over. The Reykjavik Puffins fan club wins 21-11. So our 3rd match win in a row. Thank you everybody for showing up. So who was playing? I don't know how many I can give. Okay. I understand. Okay, so now I think 19 minutes rather than 9. 9 or 19 minutes. Gummi will play a knockout match, and that's going to be vital. He will play a semi-final. If he wins, he goes to the final. If he loses, he goes to a 3rd place playoff, and if he wins that, he gets 1 point. So it's like 1st place 3 points, 2nd place 2 points, 3rd place 1 point, and 4th place 0. So far in this summer series, we have been winning the fan matches, but losing in the KO, getting 0 points from all of them, and that could cost us the playoffs. So it's very important that we get at least 1 point from these. Okay, so I'm going to have a word with Gummi. We'll keep the stream up, maybe look at some games when I come back, and wait for the KO match to start. So don't go anywhere. And we're back. The Puffins, the Puffins. Okay, so while we wait for the match to start, I think it starts in 4 minutes. Either 4 or 14. Let's see. No, actually I can't see it here. But a very nice win, 21-11. Maybe you can have a look at some wins that we didn't have a chance to look at. KB Can, 91. Had the White Pieces against Chess Freak, 2020. Oh yeah, KB Can was asking us on the Puffins fan club wall when the match started, so I posted on his wall to be ready, and he was. King takes d8, blunting the f7 pawn, and KB Can capitalized on that, so winning an early pawn. And that should be enough. Okay, black doubling the pawns, getting some counterplay, but white has the bishop pair, bishop c5 check, and now we win the exchange. Rook d3 defending the pawn, everything under control, maybe h4. Okay, doubles the rook. Just as well. I would bring the king to e2 now to protect the pawn, and then do something with the rooks. Oh, and he does the same. Very well done indeed. Goes for the rook trade. Yeah, maybe we should just double. Go immediately for this attack. Not allow him to take on f2. Even though, I mean, this isn't really dangerous. Okay, let's see. And now we get this ending that's fairly comfortably winning for white. The thing is, you can always just bring the king to f5 and sack on this pawn, and the pawn ending should be winning. Okay, he sacks on d4, it's the same thing, and the ending should be winning, using his tempos there, and now just pushing the pawn. And black played on till mate, and got what he wanted. He got checkmated, queen b2. So KB Can coming through for the Puffins. It's a nice win. Angelic Dragon, I believe we looked at, and Lucky Tupac we definitely looked at. He won with a nice opening trick. After Vega, he won here against Shona 3117. We had the Queen's Gambit here. Rook c1. C takes d5. There's yeah, I was looking at the game the other day. Very cool game where white goes bishop d3, takes, knight d5. I think it's like this. Castles, e5. I think it's no, queen c2. Takes, knight f6, rook e1, queen d6, knight g5, bishop g4. Here, and queen takes g6. I had a look at this game on my own personal YouTube channel. This is very, very cool. Bishop takes f7 first, and then rook here, followed by knight takes af7, winning a pawn. So maybe bishop d3, and for this, but he took a d5, which is okay. Nothing wrong with this move. We have a completely normal queen's gambit declined. Bishop e6, f4. This is a useful attacking pattern. Put the knight on e5 and play f4. Bishop e5, f5. Yeah, bishop e5 to lure the knight here, and now the bishop doesn't have a square. So nicely done by Artvega, winning a piece here. And now actually a rook. So now it's just a matter of finishing off the game, and the background mate does the job. So nicely done by Artvega. He doesn't have a flag, but international man of mystery. Yeah, Ben Pump. What's up, Ben Pump? Match finished. now it's a KO match. So, okay, so since it hasn't started, we will start 9 minutes from now. Quick look maybe at Wesley So against Magnus Carlsen, which looks like it should be a draw. I mean, white has the bishop pair. We have even material. So quick look at the opening actually, which was Nimso took with the queen. People usually go queen f5 here, but Carlsen goes c5. And yeah, no risks here. And I think we can safely just call this one as a draw. I mean, white has some chances to push, but not a lot. Bishop takes, we always have rook here and takes on a2. So not a lot going on in this one, to be honest. And let's hope there will be more things going on in the KO match, which starts in about 7 minutes. Yeah, I didn't have time to study OPS. Any new subs? No subs. No subs today, Ben Pump. So if people want to support the Puffins, you can subscribe to the channel, which will support our efforts to keep streaming and to keep running the team. Maybe have a look at some more games here. Had a look at Luton already. Don Chris 2019 won his first game against Berlin Bears. So it looks like our people were using the white pieces quite well. The two knights against the Caro-Kann, bishop e2. I think it's more normal to play h3 here, and black usually takes or goes here, queen takes f3, and white goes for a queenside castle. But bishop e2 now. Now he clarifies the situation in the center. B takes c3. Nothing wrong with b takes e3. If you do that, you have the castle here. But I think most people take with a d pawn, get the bishop out, maybe queen d2, and castle queenside. So now we sort of have a position that resembles the French winner, but black has no more light squared bishop to worry about, so this should favor black a little bit. Okay, white sacrifices a pawn here, but there's compensation with the bishops, definitely. So now we should probably, well, we can target either the b pawn or try to go for a kingside attack. Yeah, okay, there was the attack here. This limits the bishop a little bit, but let's see what how white weaved his magic here. But now we're down 2 pawns, so oops. Queen takes f3, so this happened. So it looks like this was a swindle by white. So going for the kingside attack. Rook c1. Black has to play. Can we play d4? He plays d4, bishop d2, b5. Ah, okay. He blundered this. He should just move the queen somewhere, I think, here. And then he'll be up a pawn. But now he blundered and c8 is hanging. Now we'll just take on c4. f3 and c8. Okay. So now white is completely winning. So a nice comeback. You know, you have to find 2 chances and take them. If the early game doesn't bring anything, and checkmate with a lawnmower. Lawnmower, mate. So Gummi should start in about 4 minutes. Meanwhile, we are looking at some wins by the Puffins in this match that could prove white. So let's have a look at the second game by Jay Pesky against Goldust Turi. Jay Pesky with white, Goldust with black. And he goes for this is what the Danish gambit. When it's dangerous to take here because bishop takes, but black has a way to equalize there with some early d5, but now it's a full-on gambit. Castles, bishop to g4. I'm wondering if we can go for like queen b3, target these guys. At h3, bishop h5. Yeah. Note that you can't go for the for this trick, because this would usually be made if this bishop were on f8, but it's not, so we can go back. I had this in one of my pattern recognition videos. The bishop comes back to e2, breaking the pin. Takes. Assertion suit, but doesn't work. Yeah, white has regained the pawn. I just feel like there should be something. Let's see. Am I mistaken? If we play bishop here, we cover this square, you have to take here, and I got bishop here. Maybe the knight is not getting out so easily, and Tori can go for the knight. You can try a4, but I have a5. And I think the knight is lost, and black should win a piece here. But we went for the trades, and this means that white gets the pawn back. And in that case, white is probably doing quite well. Pressure on d6. Rook d8, black Tori, bishop e2. Okay, a lot of pressure now here as well, and takes king c8. Takes with the pawn, so holding on for now, but ooh, looks like we're very close to some tactic here. Knight g5, setting up for this and this. It's getting really scary now. And Tori falls for the fork. Forkalicious. And now you can think of d6 as well, which you do, very good. And bishop h2, getting back into the game. Nice tactic by Tori, but too many pawns down, so white keeps the upper hand, but nice tactic nonetheless. Okay, and white wins pretty soon here, at least he should. It doesn't look like the best possible technique, but queen a4, checkmate. So okay, Gummi should be starting. Don't tell me I missed it. I did follow Gummi. Follow Reykjavik. You're not following Reykjavik? Yeah, I already was. So I think the match should start any minute now. Any second even. And this sounds like a move. So Puffins against Pittsburgh Pawn Grabbers. I think his opponent is Min Le. Min Le from Pittsburgh Pawn Grabbers. And Gummi has white, which is a nice change because he had black in all the other matches. Which means that you were pulling through, guys. You were pulling through with joining our club. Hector Angulo 1206, thanks for the follow. Ben Pump, thanks for the host. So now Gummi is much stronger with white. So I'm playing this theoretical line. Let's just go back to the moves after e3, bishop f5. I think people call this the slow Slav, and this is what was recommended by Boris Avruk in his repertoire books for white. Queen b3, queen c7, and this should be something that fits Gummi's style. He will take on g6 at some stage, and probably castle queenside. It's also possible to castle kingside. It's also possible to just play king f2, and that's what it does. King f2 is to anticipate if you take on g6, if you go back, if you take immediately. Can I not analyze on this board? No, I can't. So if you take immediately, pawn takes, you have to be careful about some rook takes h2, but no, it's not working yet. Yeah. If you play bishop d2, which you probably want to do, then rook takes h2, rook takes and queen takes d3, and because of the bishop here, you cannot play rook f2 and you lose some pawns. So king f2 sort of is prophylactic in that sense, and that'd be d7, bishop d2. You can also just take and play bishop d3, either one works. But this is a very, very important game for us, the Puffins. Min Lee. Let's see, gonna look him up. Where's my info? It's Tuan Min Le. I'm actually going to look him up. He's born in 1996, so he's just over 20 years old. He is an international master, rated 25-17. So this, of course, every matchup is tough, but Gummi should have very good chances here. D takes c4, bishop takes, and now he takes on g6, and rook a to c1. So very solid position, of course, for white. He has the bishop pair, and I imagine at some stage he'll. I would like to get the king out of this diagonal before I play e4, centralize the rooks, and sort of go from there. But on the other hand, black is also very, very solid, and if he can, he will try to break in the center, either with c5 or e5, depending on circumstances, and if he can do so successfully, he will have probably very close to an equal position. I can tell you that after h6, bishop takes e6 is a question by Ben Pump. No, if you take here, you don't have enough to follow up. Queen takes, and then the rook comes to f7, and we simply don't have enough pieces to follow up to threaten anything substantial. So Gummi prefers just normal development. Now we have e5 and e4. So Gummi trying to sit on sit on the bishop pair. I imagine black plays bishop c5, king c2, and tries g5 perhaps, intending g4 undermining the e-pawn. Rook a d8, bishop to f4. Where does the queen go? Here. So in case of a tie, they play a bullet match, so I don't believe Grimmy will be going for anything of that sort. I believe king g2, and we have a threat already of 95. We need to get louder. Do, 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 do. Yeah, rook f7. Then pump, you're right. Okay, so queen c5 check. But Gummy's still thinking, is there some tactical? I don't see any tactical problem. Oh, actually, king g2, g5. So, if the king goes here, g5, and you all of a sudden don't have a square for the bishop. So then you would have to play knight d5, so Gummy's probably calculating. But surely knight d5 works there, so I think he can play king g2. But he opts for bishop e3. Preferring to stay solid. C'est l'été. Louder. Okay, but okay. Ah, Fule. From the shadows. Let's see, I actually want to line this up a little bit better. Yeah. Harra. Okay, so after bishop b3, queen a5. Black's ideal exchange here is bishop c5, trading the black squared bishop. Black wants to trade black squared bishop, black squared bishops in these lines, and this is sort of in alignment with what Yusuf Dorman has mentioned in the method. When you're playing with a knight, and bishop against bishop, bishop, and knight, you want to trade your bishop and then one pair of knights. And usually play for the queen and knight against queen and bishop, which tends to be advantageous for the queen and knight. Of course, that's oversimplifying, but that tends to be the thing. So bishop c5, and this will enable black to play on the black squares and perhaps have some pressure. So we don't want to allow that, so Grimmy is trying to find a way to not allow this trade on c5. And yeah, you always have to worry about, it seems if king c2 have to worry about this g5 moves. Maybe g5 comes now even. So yeah, black is very solid. I imagine bishop c5 is a move here as well. I don't see any tactical shots with the knight, so bishop c5 is probably very solid here. And black has the time match here. James Brown, mine damer og herrer. Yeah, I'm not. This could be a tense game. I'm sort of liking Black's resources here with the simple bishop c5. Can we, yep. Bishop g5 as expected. Let's see. Move. Let's see, what can we have? King's pawn, okay. What? Skola called Kostnes? No, that was not the one I wanted. Okay, so what happened? Bishop c5. Gimmy wants to keep the bishop. And bishop d4. Setting up a stronghold here on d4, so in the case of rook a to d1, maybe even c5. Although that does give up some squares, so I'm not entirely convinced. Black might also just be setting up for bishop e5 to d4, going for a perpetual. So what does white do here? I think we're very close to a equal position. So let's see. Mike Tyson. Gummy is well behind on the clock now, which is not yet an issue, but could become one. So not a lot going on in this game. Yeah, we could say sort of, dynamic equality. I can tell you that Magnus Carlsen already finished this game, and it was a very boring draw, and we can actually pull it up while we have this one. Let's see what happens to our... should I maybe pull it so that we can see... We keep it like this. But if I remove this one, which I shouldn't have done, then it goes all out of whack. So let's just keep on one at a time like this. Yeah, as you can see, nothing happened. We had this bishop e8 position, b5. You can take on d5. Bishop has to pull back, and you can't take on d5 because of the back rank. So we have a very slight positional edge in a way for white, but not much more. Could play d6, but we just take this. And now it's yeah, beyond boring, and I just repeat it randomly. Game over. Let's get back to Gummi, who hasn't yet moved, and he's down under 5 minutes, which also represents the time match for Black. Yeah, it's more than half the time. So we might need to see a move pretty soon. Oh, I can crack the board. I didn't know that. I'm still learning. Oh, okay. Necklace. Rook h1 finally. Seems like, I don't like how Gummi is spending his time here. This is hasn't been that many moves out of the opening, and yeah, and this is the sort of move you can almost make with no time. So I guess he was thinking about g5. Yeah, you might have to calculate that. But you have bishop d2 and bishop e1. But then again, g5, g4. Okay, rook at d1. Now I'm worried about g5 actually. g5, bishop d2, g4. But hopefully it holds on. g4, f4. Let's get live analysis. To do this, I actually have to. So yeah, I was thinking about if black goes g5 here, bishop d2, and simply g4. Now it's very ugly to take, and also very ugly to allow him to take. So the question is, do we have something like knight d5? Then there's queen a4, nothing further. And if you play f4, this is weak. Maybe he can take. No, this is probably okay for white. And take on f6 or something. Well, you can check on h3 first. Probably this. King back takes. So this looks like it should be full control for white. We can swing the bishop back, protect the pawn, and everything should be under control, and the damage structure is damaged. So let's see what he comes up with here. Okay, what happened? He did play g5, and he did play bishop d2, but not g4, but queen to e5. Okay, then Gummi decided to play h3 to prevent g4, rook f e8, and bishop to e1. This both opens up for the rook and protects the pawn on g3, so in case of knight h5, this pawn is covered. Yeah, but black seems very solid here nonetheless. Not sure how white even improves anything here. I mean, he's not playing f4, he's not playing g4, it's too weakening. Well, maybe we can play g4, since there's no knight h5. So maybe black should play knight h5. Okay, he plays knight d5, tactical move. Ooh. The idea is e takes d5, bishop takes c3, and this one hangs. Also, there's a threat of knight e3 check. So this could actually be a very, very uncomfortable move for Gummy to meet, and this is why you don't want to spend your time too early, because now you need time to react to such very, very concrete moves. Okay, let's see. If Gummy loses, who does he play? Carlos Diaz Camalonga. How strong is he? How strong is he? He's rated 24-44. He's also an international master. Oh, that's absolutely super vital. Absolutely super vital, guys. But let's see. So after knight b5, Gummy took, bishop takes c3, and bishop c4. Well, tactical move, let's see. Black can get the... let's open the analysis board. And then we have to move it around. So black can take this. When white takes, he takes on e1, takes, and unfortunately we cannot take this because rook d2 check is going to be checkmate. So does he have something else in mind? Does he want to take first, like this? And if let's say the bishop retreats and we take king here, there's queen e2 check, so we don't even have time for this. This should be made. Well, we cover this, but that's where the good news ends. Let's say here, rook d3. Not looking good. I'm reluctant to turn on the engine, but I have a feeling it will not give very good news to white here. Shall we see? A quick look. Okay. Perhaps I'm being pessimistic. So far just a small edge to black. And the best move is bishop takes b2. Okay, if he takes on e1, white has queen takes b7 at the end. So this is what happened. Let's keep the evaluation bar on, but I don't have the engine moves. So it takes on e1, and I think black is forced to take on e1. Well, kind of forced. He can play queen c7, but that seems to let white off the hook. D takes c6. But he does play it. Okay. Now the pawns are equal, and white should be okay here. Okay, now with the bar we actually have to do this again. Let's keep it like this. Ah, yeah. Okay. I see you. Let's keep the bar. Let's keep the setup like this. So okay, things have changed a little bit. He didn't take a new one, played queen c7, commit took a c6. And you have to take with the pawn because otherwise bishop takes f7. So commit now back in the game, Black does have the desired queen and knight pair. So he should be looking to trade rooks here. Maybe play g6, king g7. I do prefer black here, I think. But let's see what happens here. g4, oof, very committal. Opening up the black squares. This move looks really ugly on the computer. It's going ape shit. Is it because of, no, not this. Rook e7. So it looks like he had some kind of blow there after g4. Let's see if we can figure it out. And let's get some song going, guys. So what's the move here? Why is this so horrible? Does black have a blow here? Okay, I give up. Show me the line. Knight d5. Game over. Oh, oof. Oof, can you see it? If you go back. If knight d5, you can't take it because of rook e2 just winning. And you're threatening knight f4. Oof, okay, so rook e7, rook d1. Now he's temporarily out of the woods, but black wants to play knight e5, g6, attack f4. I really don't like g4. So this happened, and queen d4. Okay, okay. Seems okay-ish for now. But the time, oof, 21 seconds, really close here. Ugh. Okay, but okay. Let's see, g5. Yeah, Dorfman actually says rook and bishop is a better combo than rook and knight. But here, black has a very nice knight on e5. I don't imagine black ever losing this. This bishop doesn't have a lot of prospects, so white is just defending here. Probably f6, yeah. Now we have to... Okay, rook a5, getting active. Not allowing rook d2. King e1. Okay, preemptively preparing, preventing this, but b4, okay. So white sort of set up the ideal defensive formation, but now he blunders a pawn. Okay, king f2, if he takes, we can take this though. So maybe it's okay. Should black maybe play rook b7, try to get the king here? No, maybe. Try to get the king to b8, protect the pawn, and then attack this. Or king to b6. It's better. Yeah, black king to b6. So he has to play. I think he should play rook b7. This is another way. Just bring the king here, here, here. Yeah. He, of course, identifies this idea, being a very strong player. a4. Okay, going for b5. Targeting this. Maybe this is enough. Takes, pawn takes. But now this is hanging. Okay, king f1. 2 pawns hanging. We can equalize the material. Oof. Tense game, but should be a draw now. Especially if we get the a pawn. I mean, you can't. Don't think we can lose this. Very, very tense. Very, very tense. So black's time is coming down again. Maybe he has to Now black certainly doesn't want to lose the f6 pawn. Now we can start to target the knight on e5, target the pawn on g5. And despite this bishop being passive, it does a good job of protecting this pawn and this pawn, which sort of holds the position together. So black doesn't seem to be finding anything here. What is he thinking about? What is he thinking about here? Maybe he doesn't like the choices, you know. Give up the h7 pawn or the f6 pawn. Goes for the check. Okay, so he wants to play rook here and try to get some tricks going with the knight. So he'll play rook b2. King f1 looks forced. Well, I guess he'll give checks now and we'll see a draw. So every time he's pinned, white will go king f1. Okay, he's asking for it. Well, let's see one. Oof. So white is going for it, but oof, we have to be careful. Yeah, so maybe white is turning this around actually. Takes the pawn, some kind of check. We always have rook g8 to get out of the pin. Followed by bishop e4. And this pawn is fast. This pawn. Okay, should be enough for a draw, but he could have maybe gone for more if he hadn't blundered this. But I think he's happy with the draw at this stage. Check. Don't allow him to check off the pawn. Yeah, king f2, good move. Yeah, just take the draw now. Yeah. e7. Just e7. Okay. Still a draw, but e7 was much easier. King takes rook f5. Now you actually have to suffer, even though it's a dead draw. The Philidor position. Still you have to suffer a little bit and make moves in time, but okay. Black will try something, but this is a dead draw. Le dead draw. Okay, yeah, it was a tense game. It's nice for Gummi to stay in it because he started to struggle fairly early out of the opening. Now he go with the rook back and give the jacks. And Pittsburgh pawn grabbers give up on trying to win this. So now they will play a bully game. Where I don't think Gummi is very experienced with that time control, so I'm a little worried about that. But okay. Yes, Min Le, he's very strong. Could he be the guy wonderful time? Wonderful time. Tuan Min Le, yeah, that's a guy, he's very good. Bullet 29.92, so Gummi is going to be an underdog here in Bullet. If you look up, nice boy. Gummi is 20. Well, he hasn't played many games, but he's 2100 in Bullet. He's much stronger than that, but he's not 2900. So, ouch. Bullet time. This will be tough. This will be tough, you guys. Oh, this is my preparation, my London video. This is good for Black has to be really careful. Bishop back to d3. And knight h5. Knight e5. Well, you can't take on g3, that loses immediately. You have to play g6. Knight takes g3, bishop takes h7, was losing. So this holds, but it's difficult. Up4, sort of a lot easier to play for white. You can think about taking on g3, and I think you actually should at some stage. Maybe even here and just play f5. That's one way to not get attacked. He plays bishop d7, which looks a little passive, probably takes with the bishop. But hangs bishop d6. Yeah, this is just going down with how to fight, you know. At some stage you take on g3. Well behind on the clock now. Okay, you can't take on f3 and e5, but looks dodgy. Yeah, Gummi is just plundering everything left and right here. Yeah, down the exchange of 2 pawns, so pawn grabbers go to the final, but one more match left, and we have to get that one. We just have to get that one. The 94 queen h8. Okay, so now it's time for the vital match, guys. So probably Carlos Diaz Camalonga will be the opponent. to see the standings. Group B standings. So we beat Baden, so we get 9 points. And Barcelona plays against Baden later, so we need Barcelona. Yeah, this is okay. If Baden beats Barcelona, no, Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh beats Barcelona, we have a chance, but that is unlikely. But we have to win this. We have to win the third place playoff. It's beyond important. It's beyond important. If we win the third place, I think we have a good chance to get third place. Second place, I mean, and go for the playoffs. Has to happen, guys. It just has to happen. Otherwise I must cry. Okay, so the moderator said that the game should start pretty soon, and it has. So turn this one off, and Gum is white again. Now he goes for e4, e6, the French defense. Okay, very solid Tarash. Don't like that he paused after c5. I would like you to have your line bishop e5 check. Is that where you want to go here, or? Takes on d5, knight takes. c3, very, solid move. I'd like to play bishop e2, but g3, okay, that's unusual for this line, but okay. Still very solid, going for some kind of Catalan-esque pressure on the long diagonal here. But maybe it allows black and some lines just to go for e5 or e5 f5. This is pretty good. I like this. What is this? Ah. What does that do? Just currently looking at the streaming software, which I quite like. But okay. Yeah, move by black, knight c6, well g3 he castled, knight c6, knight 2 to b3. So slow build up by white, but position should still be around equal. But I think white can test black a little bit more in these lines, I think. Okay, we're not worried about black taking, so I think castles is just a fine move here. Bishop d7, trying to finish development. Black is not worried about bishop takes d5. He would get an isolated pawn, but white would weaken the structure tremendously on the light squares here, and black would indeed have the light square bishop, so that is not something we want to do. Gumi takes on c6. Probably can play knight d4 or c4. I don't know though. How do you get this guy out? What do we do with this guy? Knight d4, okay. Probably bishop. He takes on d4. Okay, that surprises me. Okay, queen takes. Bishop e3. Okay, you have to trade the bishops, unfortunately, and there isn't much in this. I'm getting a reload sign, like the stream isn't working. Testing 1, 2, 3. I want to know if it's just on my side. Okay. Okay, Gummi took on d8. Can we play f3 to keep the bishop pair? Is that too much? I know Gummi likes to play around with the pair. Is that too much? Just play f3. f3, then get the bishop out, rook f2, bishop d2. It's a little slow. I'm not sure I like bishop takes, bishop e3. Maybe that's even... maybe that's just slightly better for white. If you trade. We have pawns on both sides, bishop against knight, so he goes for that. With f3, it was maybe slightly difficult to get the bishop out. So now black will take on g2. Then probably a move like knight d5. Meanwhile, white will go for a positional build-up. He will maybe put something on the d-file and eventually aim to play b3 and c4. This is a position that should fit Gummi's style. I mean, he's usually playing these long, drawn-out endgames. So we'll have to wait and see. We're getting surprisingly little traffic in the watch department. Looks like, yeah, we have the Grand Chess Tour, both chess streaming, and Daniel Naroditsky, and Goldos Touri. Grandmaster Gretarsson in the house. Já. Það sama á síðast þegar maður match. Gummi að tefla inn. Nei. Það var stúdera eða hvað gerast? Nei, það skásamt. Ég búin að vera með að segja úr. Já, svoleiðis. Það var svo að skila þér. Það fylgist með. Bara Gummi að tefla þér? Já. Nú, hvað þessi skák? Þetta hann tapaði undanúrslitum. Það var frakkanum Tarras Svona ekkert.
En þetta þá síðasta skáki sem þú teflir í dag eða eitthvað?
Já, ef þetta er jafntefli þá er bullet 1-1. Þetta er svolítið mikilvæg skák.
Nú, hvað gerist ef það vinnur?
Þá fáum við 1 stig sem að hinni fá ekki á móti, þá fáum við 0 stig. Og við erum eiginlega að keppa við þetta lið, Barcelona, að lenda í öðru sæti í riðlinum, komast í playoffs.
Playoffs?
Já.
Hver er fleiri, einhverju fleiri að tefla eða hvað?
Já, það er Baden, Georg Meier og Pittsburgh sem að Gummi tefla fyrir. Það heitir Minle. Gerir jafntefli í 15-2 skák og svo tapaði Gummi 1-1. Hver er þessi andstæðingur hans? Hann heitir... Það tók ég nefn. Carles Díaz Camalonga. Þetta er einhver EM 2440.
Er Bjössi og Steppi búin að tefla í dag?
Já, úti.
Já.
Býtu var það Portoross ekki? Var það byrja í dag?
Já.
Já, ok. Ég hef ekki náða að fylgjast með því, það er vel verið. Já, þetta er svona típisk Gummastað, mikið í gangi.
Þetta er skrýtinn leikur.
Já, svolítið veikja hérna. Þetta er ekki F6-aðlegur leikur.
Maður er aldrei það að tefla á móti biskupnum.
Jú, það er svona smá sensar að kvitt, ég meina, biskup og...
Þægilegra oft... Praxís er ofta þægilegra að tefla með riddarann.
Já.
Svona stöðum. Hann er líka búinn að búa til hólu hann að F4.
Já, þægilega riddara, sko.
Það er ekki að fara að leika A4.
Jó, það er því, sko.
Það er örugglega að reikna út eitthvað.
Já, reikna út eitthvað skák hérna. Ég meina A4, B4.
Já.
Það langar mig líka C4, hann komið skák. Já, kom G4.
Já. Það sé ekki reikna út.
Það er G5 hugmynd. Nei, hann er svona patnilega hótað, sko.
Nei, akkur ekki. Það er bara G5 ásætt
eftir. Hér, já, við hóttum kannski líka hér. Drepi skák, kongur í 8, drepi, það er ekki... Gott endal. Ok.
Leika hann okkur tíða það. Fatt ekki alveg. Það er bara að leika hann út og baka. Shit.
Ég þurfi að sé 4 hugmyndi. Spila ágætt á það.
Þetta er yfirleitt ekki gott. Nema að það drepa mér sko. Hvað?
Það spurði ekki gett alltaf sláttu vel.
Hver er pælingin að baka þessu kommenti?
Hérna var máta með hrókagilinu á hálfinu. Lawnmower mate, ég tók sláttuðum. Fyrir veikindi.
Já,
Það er Helga með hérna.
þú veist, hann hótar ekki að drepa rittarar.
Nei, það er rétt.
Spurningum að...
Tölum að fara að metja þetta eitthvað aðeins. Þetta er svart, sko. Þetta er svona í olíu sem
Já,
bara það er jafnt hérna, sko.
Já, sko, venjulega er það þannig vegna þess að frípið er svo lélegt.
Já.
Og það er kannski...
Já, ég meina...
Piðin eru verða veik, þau verða skotmörkum.
Já, en eitthvað sé aðeins að undirbóta eitthvað betur, kannski reynilega A4 eða eitthvað.
Já, það sem hann vildi leika A4 meðan kóngurinn var á D3.
Já, og valda hann C3 og... Já, kannski gaf kónginn á D3 og leika B3 og hrókur A4, og svoleiðis.
Já.
Hvernig leika hann G4? Var það ekki eitthvað vitleysa?
Jú.
Það var svipað feil í hinni kannski, sko. Æ, ég veit það ekki. Þessi lagi núna, en ef hann færi biskupinn hann yfir, þá náttúrulega er þetta bara einhver hóla þarna, sko.
Já, kannski skiptir ekki svo miklu máli.
Nei.
Og hann er ennþá að hugsa. Hvort það komið dreifum með sjó.
Já, nei. Verðum við ekki að halda hróknum, eða hvað?
Jú, en þá varum við bara að tefla upp á jafntefli, skilur við.
Já.
Því að það er núna...
Gummi heldur alltaf hans að tefla upp á vinning, sko.
Já, ég veit það. Maður svona reyna að vera objektífur. Af því að núna eru komið alls konar skákir og vesen, sko.
Já.
Kóngur í F5.
Nei, það segir Gummi,
Kóngur í F5.
Kóngur í F5, já. Það er kannski einn leikurinn, sko.
Riddari B4, vantarlega.
Já, náttúrulega eitthvað vesen hérna.
Kannski ekki fara þangað. En þetta er þá kannski séns. Þú verður að fórna peðinu og verka kónginn.
Ég heldur hann hafa alltaf fórnaði. Skák hérna.
Rókur D.
Já, kannski.
Alltaf þessi besti træður, sko. Samt bara peð undir, sko.
Já. Það er mjög sjá.
Það er alltaf svona tilhengu að koma sér sjálfviljugur í vandræði.
Já.
Er þetta ekki algjörlega mistari sem hann teflaði?
Jú.
Með hvað, 2.450 eða eitthvað?
244. Getur nú við. Hann bara þetta segir bara eitthvað blöndar.
Já. Það var kannski að það var einhver taktík í
Já, þetta var ekki rétt leikur. Hvað? Akkur... Já, hún reyndi að gera oft svona fyrst, sko, og það...
Já, ok.
Það var þessi bara hrókur D6 svona.
Já, hrókur D6.
Þetta er
bara að
búið
skalla af.
Svo bara hér. Úff. Hann slapp með það. Hann lagast... lagast barinn aftur.
Já, hann hlýtur að leika kongur F6 og hann með konginn á G7. Taka bara sénsinn.
En samt, já. Það er svona langt að hvítreið eitthvað hallir peðið hérna, sko. Þótt að ná eitthvað...
Já, en á 4.
Það er lengi að fara að næst eitthvað.
Já, ég veit það.
Það lítur ekkert sérstaklega út.
Nei, en... Hefur þú farið hérna á Selvatnsmótið?
Nei, þetta ekki, aldrei. Það er spáðið því?
Já, ég vann það með fullu húsi.
Já, er það búið?
Nei, 2016.
Já.
Ég var alltaf hérna hvort ég að kíkja aftur. Þú hafði hann káur undan mér.
Já. Það kom ekki að gera sér það, þetta annað að gera.
Gummi nú oft segur í eitthvað svona stöðum.
Já. Hvað gerir þetta okkur 70?
H4.
Okkur hátur bara hversu gassa sig eitthvað. Það dreif okkur. Já, það getur bara hásið og það er ekki FM. Drepa svo hér.
Það er svo skemmtilegt.
Það er sjálfsmált hérna, sko. Hálfgjört. Já, sleppum við. Nei, skota. Nei, er okkur eftir dreif sig, þetta ekki.
Það er ekki bara leika að fóku gefa það.
Já.
En það er ekki fallegt.
Nei, það verður að leika ykkur hérna. Það er hægt annað að gera.
Nei, það leika að fóku á þessu. Ég var ekki bara í E5 og fókur í E6 og svo laða það á stöðuna.
Já.
Frekar einfaldur vinningur.
Já, mér sýnist það.
Nei, ég leika að fókur F7. Það er eitthvað skrítið leikur. Þá kemur ekki sko G7.
Já, smá séns.
Já, það er bara jafn núna.
Já, hörðu, what?
Fyrst G7. Er eitthvað auka tími sem þú fær fyrir hvern leik eða?
Já, 2 sekundur bara. Ok.
Það er nú þetta orðið eitthvað game maður. Nú þetta orðið ansi flókið.
Back in the game!
Ég held að Gummi geti unnið þetta.
Já. Það verður kærkomið.
Þetta er orðið ansi flókið.
Má sjá,
Er þetta síðasta umferðin sem sagt eða?
já. Held það.
Þetta er einhver svona riðlakeppni sem sagt.
Já.
Er þetta undanrásir? Nei.
Þetta er bara svona einhver A, B og C dýrreitt, sko.
Já.
Og 2 östu fara áfram í playoffs.
Og hvað kemur...
Þá er telt svona 4-4 eins og hún teltir eitt svoleiðis mats.
Já, ok.
Þá þurfum við að fá menn, sko.
Og það er verið að reyna að komast í play-offi eða hvað?
Já.
En er það bara 1 gegn 1 eða hvað?
Hvað? Nei.
Já, þessi mats.
Já, þessi. Þetta var sko, þetta er 4 í riðlinum. Fyrst teltum við mats, svona liðsmats, við annan lið.
Já.
Og það var bara Gummi fyrsta borði og svo allir sem aðdáendur á hinum borðinu. Það voru 16 borð.
Ok.
Við unnum það, 21-11. Það voru 3 stig og svo er þessi kegi á, sko. Það var 3 stig fyrir fyrsta, 2 stig fyrir annað, 1 stig fyrir þriðja.
Já.
Og 0 stig fyrir fjórða. Gummi tapaði undanúrslitum, þannig að hann getur bara fengið 1 stig að vinnur.
Ok.
Núna er það sem að tapaði fyrir og Georg Mægir að tefla með 3 stig, sko.
Já.
Það er svona tvískipt umferðin.
Já.
Þessi leiti, sko.
Já, nú er þetta orðið betra og hvítt.
Það er þess að hérna.
Það er spennandi.
Já.
Það er spennandi stað. Spurning hvort það ekki leika og leika H4 vantarlega. Já, hann leika H4. Já, það að segja jafnabla, næja. Mannlega leikur.
Já, var eitthvað betra?
Sannlega að drepa, ég veit það ekki.
Já, bara komið til hvað hann byggja sér.
Það var svona þægilegt að tefla það sko með svört sko, eða bara á réttinni. Það var að taka aðeins erfiðari ákvörðun mögulega. Er Gunni í sumarfríi, veistu það?
Gummi?
Nei, Gunni Björns.
Já, Gunni? Ég veit það ekki. Ekki hugmynd. Er hann að hugsa? Nei.
Ég hef verið að fylgjast með þessum útsendingum hann að chess.com.
Já.
Grand Prix.
Já.
Skemmtilegt.
Já.
Veistu þarna Alejandro hann að Ramírez ansi nú leika hann hóku D4.
Það er bara valda á það. Hvað skemmtilega? E5 hókur A4.
Ef leika hann ekki þá hóku, vil ég ekki leika hóku E4?
Jú, auðvitað, það er bróni. Hittar já, besta bróni. Já, rétt.
Já, ok, þetta er svona praktísku leikur.
Já. Já, býttu, ég þarf aðeins að finna hérna eitt link.
Hannes gerði stutt jafntefli sá ég, en svo sem það var efstuð með honum og hann tapaði.
Ok, já.
Þannig hann með hálfsynnis forskot fyrir síðustu.
Pittsburgh.
Gaman að sjá Hannes aftur að koma vakna til lífsins.
Já, hann er búinn að vera bara feikna rönnið sko.
Það er alltaf svo þurrum lengur. Ég held að Gummi taki þetta.
Já.
Flott hjá. Flott hjá honum. Er ég beint í útsendingu?
Já.
Já. Eru margir að horfa á?
Nei, mér fáið núna sko. Það er því að það er í gangi núna þetta Just Tour, það er allir þar og fyrir stóru streamerar. Og það er mest bara íslingar.
Það er líka 6 á tíma hjá hinnum.
Já, hann er bara með verið tími sko. Þeir slættar á kvítansapparatinu. Það sýnist líka í praxi svona, ég meina, þú veist.
Það er svolítið erfið ákvörðun sem það er að taka.
Skeri, það er bara tekið, bara drottning. Hvað getur hann gert samt? Er hann ekki eitthvað kónum og þetta heitur F5 eitthvað? Nær að því kannski ekkert?
Það væri möguleiki að leika kongur E7 og kongur F7. Þegar þú valdar F4 reitinn.
Já. Kongur E7 drepið, kongur F7.
Það er bara held að manni finnst að það er svolítið passíft sko.
Já.
Spurningum með einhvern counterplay. Það er ekki svo auðvitað að...
Það satt sko, já, komast þá örglega inn, þú veist, það var 5 kóngir hérna. Og við drepum, og hreyfum rittum eitthvað.
hann leikur þessu.
Ná ekki alltaf að komast eitthvað hérna inn sko. Biskupinn getur alltaf blokkað hérna. Ef ekki H4.
Jú, það er möguleiki.
Það virkar eitthvað.
Það er
alltaf komin vel niður á tímanum líka sko.
Já. Það er erfitt að.
Okay.
Spenningum með okkur A4.
Það er lógist. Það kennst ekki inn á það. Já, allavega það var ekki getað að tapa þessu lengur. Það leit nú ekki vel út á hann tímabilið.
En vandamálið samt sko þegar biskupinn er kominn af H6 og riddarinn er á E7. Það er svona gæti verið svolítið stopp.
Hvað sér ég að?
Ef þú svartir leikur til þess að riddar í E7 núna.
Já. Og hvað, drepið H6? Það það?
Já, ég var bara veltað til það sko gæti verið svolítið stopp. Það gæti verið með hrókur A8 og hrókur F8 á hótun en það var lögumandi svart að fara.
Já, ég veit kannski bara drepið á H6 þegar nú kóngurinn fer ekkert út, með það. Þetta er kannski alveg leikur, þessi skiptir ekki máli.
Ég er ekki viss þennan sko.
Nei.
Því að núna kemur riddar F-in og hún drepur biskupinn á H6. Ég held að það verður skynsamlegur að bíða sko. Hún drepur þetta á
H4, ekki?
Það er tómsteypa. Það er tómsteypa.
Það er bara A4, nú getur hann ekki hreyft riddarinn og drepið á G6.
Það er algjör steypa. Færi biskupinn svo að það sé valda á A5 sko og leikar hann til C3 vantarlega. Biskup F6.
Já. Biskup F6, já, það. Þetta er hrókur E7, dreipið hrókur E4, dreipið G6, það er svona ykkur unisens verið því.
Bara að leika skáka á hrókur E4 og svo getur leika valda P á A5, þú þarft ekki að flýta þér.
Já, meinar. Já. Bara skák og hrókur E5. Það er hrókur E4.
Já,
setja hennan.
Ridдар
F5 og aftur hérna.
Leikur þessu, athyglisvert. Já, þá er hann að hóta hrókur E7.
Já.
Okay. Það er lógist.
Tímapressa á hann, ok, kompúterabur. Já, biskup C3. Þetta er nú hérna bomberta þessu jafntefli.
Óheppilegt að kóngurinn sleppi. En það er svona að þurft að fara í hitt sko.
Nú var riddur að H4 F3. Það er kóngur F7. Riddur F3. Það var að draga. Aftur og við. Fór apparatið upp.
G6 bara.
Það var eitthvað annað hana. Nú er ég forritið. Hrókur E3 var leikurinn.
Já,
þegar valda með skák.
Já.
Nú er þetta...
Róðan. Samt snúið, ég veit ekki hvað. Já.
Það er líka, jafnvel ekki... Nei.
Það kemur ekki skák aftur, já, það er vandamálið. Þetta er vandamálið, það er þráskák.
Já, ok, þá er það hérna bullet match. Það gekk ekki nógu vel á hann.
Það eru ekki sterkast í gömma.
Nei.
Það er myndið með það. En hann tapaði hann ekki öllum lönguskákum síðast, eða?
Jó. Það er jafnvel núna báðum í þessu KO, sko.
Hver tæmdi hann í fyrstu?
Þetta er mín leið. Það er heldur.
Hver er það?
Víetnamir, mjög stigahár. Í bullet og blitz á netinu, sko. Fættur 96, svona 2.5 eitthvað. Svona. Alvöru. Þetta byrjar örugglega fljótlega. Þá færir hann, já, svart vantilega.
Þetta var síðan mjög athyglisverður skák eftir hrókur F7. Það gat alveg örugglega unnið, held ég.
Will I play more games? Já, það er bullet tækri veist alveg. Ok. Gummi með svart G6.
Já, hann er sem vinnur hálsvinnur, sko.
Já.
Þetta er fyrst.
Okay, this is for all the marbles, as they say. Skubbi F4. Þetta er ekki sérstök staðar.
Eru þið byrjaðir?
Já.
Er Gummi með svart?
Já. Bara líka biskup hávatt en mjög. Nei, það er biskup ég. Þetta er það.
Við Gummi erum að fara í svaka leiðangur í ágúst.
Já.
Varstu búinn að heyra því?
Er það hann að Ríga?
Fyrst Ríga og svo hins vegar við Margeir.
Já.
Lviv.
Lviv? Very nice.
Það verður athyglisvert.
Já.
Ég hef aldrei komið til Úkraínu.
Nei. Margrét tekur örugglega vel á móti okkur. Bíddu, kom betri tíma, það er smá séns. F5, okkur ekki tengja rúkjana, men það er allt kannski alltaf. Prókutröpu vantarlega. Ja, það er langt sem ekki að greina.
Já, komið lett.
Nú hótar reyndar D6. Það er stór hættulegt. Það er að snúast. Reyndar D6, það er ekki bara leikurinn. Það sé bara betri kannski. Og svo dobla allt.
Vel gert. Fann ekki eina sekúndu á leik?
Jú. En hann er ekki að finna leik, hann er bara B7, þetta er bara E2, þetta er steinbúið. Yes! C6, ekkert að flóki. Keep it simple. Dresju bara, já. Svo hrókur A7, biskup af. Hrókur A7, biskup af. Yes!
Já, nei, já.
Ekki alveg strax, já, ok. Bring king. Það er hægt að klúra þessu, sko. Ok, þetta er bara H2, ekkert að flóki. Flóki G7, ekkert að flóki. Flóki C2. Keep it simple, stupid. Já.
Já, vel gert, þannig að tala þetta vel.
Kiss system, keep it simple, stupid.
Ég hef ekki náttúrulega skápað, já.
Þetta er bara að passa hérna tíma. B2 bara. Keep it simple, skilur. Akkur það skilur ekki máli.
Já! Þýðir þetta að það er möguleika á play-offi eða hvað?
Já, þetta þýðir að hérna það þurfa hinir að vinna matchinu eftir.
Barcelona?
Já, á móti hérna Pittsburgh. Sko staðan var þannig að við vorum einu stigi eftir þeim. Þannig að við náum stiginu hérna í þessu, þannig að það var jafnlega stigu og svo unnum við matchinn á, það er 4 stig. Þannig að þeir verða að vinna matchinu eftir til að jafna okkur.
Og er þetta eitthvað margir í Pétursborg? Er þetta á mörgum borðum?
Já, það eru 24 borðarsöður, finnst mér.
Nú bara getur þetta að vera eins mörg borð og maður vilja?
Já, bara ef að mæta 100 báðanliðið, þá var þetta bara 100 borð. Ok, mér sýnist liðið verið helviti veikt þannig hjá
Pétursborg? Nei.
Hjá Barcelona eins og við viljum.
Já.
Og menn eru að mæta hana sem ég var að bíða. Valli hérna mættur, Valka Ríkjubærs.
Nú er hann fyrir Pittsburgh? Nei.
Já, okkur líka.
Valgarður Ingibergsson? Nei.
Já.
Hver er tímamörkin í svona matchi?
Uh, 10-2.
Já, það er samtími.
Það sé 15-2 hjá Gumma á það, sko. Það er minna í þessu, sko.
En hann er búinn núna, ekki það?
Jú, þú mátt alveg tjekka á honum. Banka hjá honum bara. Okay, we need the Pittsburgh fan club to win here. Ja. Okay, but okay. Let's go Pittsburgh. Wait. Yeah. We got a very crucial point from that matchup. So now in 2 minutes, the Pittsburgh fan club will play Barcelona, and we need Pittsburgh to win here. If Barcelona wins, they can tie up with us, and I'm not sure how the tie breaks go. So we need Pittsburgh to win here. So we've got a lot of people joining, and hopefully more. Wow, that's a lot of people. Let's get as many strong people as we can. Can we get as many strong people? So if we have strong players in the chat, please join Pittsburgh. We need them to win this match. Oh, we got Artak Manoukian playing for Pittsburgh, I like it. And he's streaming as well on the Armenia Eagles Twitch. Wow, það er 27 borðið hinum eftir. Það er mjög mikilvægt fyrir. Já. Það skiptir ekki máli hvort þú tapar beint, þetta er bara útsett á móti sko. Já, þetta er bara hvað sætur lendir sko. Hann er með 2.9 bullet sko, hann er ógeðslega góður bullet sko. Okay, let's see. Yuli, thanks for the host, by the way, and and the DJ from earlier. Okay. Okay, but okay. Oops, so tournament and upcoming, what happened? Oh, it's starting. Oh, it's starting already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a tupa showing up for the Puffins. So the top boards are better for Pittsburgh, but then it evens out a bit, and Pittsburgh might have some chances on the lower boards. Remains to be seen.
Ég kom frá loksins í 2005 hann var í Haskok á test.com. Ég svona ég náði hægstu stíðunum á test.com.
So we'll be back later, hopefully before the other match finishes, and check out how that goes. So I'll see you then.